12 characters who know the secrets of the Void Century. 12. Crocus. He is a doctor and the caretaker of the Whale Laboon as well as the overseer of the Twin Cape Lighthouse that guides ships coming down from Reverse Mountain into the Grand Line. Though he was a lighthouse keeper for most of his life, he spent 3 years as a doctor serving as a part of Gul D. Rogers' crew, the only known crew to ever reach Laugh Tale, the end of the New World in the Grand Line. On the final island, they found a treasure left behind 800 years ago by Joy Boy and learned the truth behind the Void Century, ancient weapons, and the meaning of the D. 11. Kazuki Odin. He was the daimyo of Kuri in Wano country. For 5 years of his life, Odin set out to sea and became a pirate, serving as the 2nd Division commander of the Whitebeard Pirates and later becoming a member of the Roger Pirates. After finding Joy Boy's treasure on Laugh Tale, Odin journeyed home and made it his goal to open Wano's borders to the world by finally taking his father's place as shogun. However, he met opposition from his usurper Kurozumi Orochi and pirate Kaido, who executed him 20 years before the present. As a descendant of the Kazuki family, Odin inherited from his ancestors the knowledge and skill to read poneglyphs and write its ancient language. He was a capable philologist, able to inscribe Roger's message on the Shandorian Golden Belfry bell in the same ancient language, as well as decipher all the poneglyphs the Roger pirates had found, particularly the road poneglyphs, which proved vital in the Roger pirates' success in locating and sailing to Laugh Tale. 10. Scopper Gabon. He was one of the Roger pirates' crew's most major combatants. He was shown taking charge alongside Rayleigh during the crew's last fight with the Whitebeard pirates. On the final island, he learned the truth behind the Void Century, ancient weapons, and the meaning of the D. 9. Silvers Rayleigh. He, also known as the Dark King, is an extremely powerful and famous retired pirate who formerly served as the first mate of the legendary Roger Pirates, and known as the right hand of the Pirate King. As indicated by him at Sabayati Archipelago, he discovered the true history at Raftel. Rayleigh offered to confide to Nico Robin the events of the Void Century, however, she refused the proposal since she wanted to journey with the crew to find the history for herself. 8. Gul D. Roger. He was a legendary pirate who, as captain of the Roger Pirates, held the title of Pirate King and owned the legendary treasure known as One Piece. With the information of every road poneglyph at hand, Roger and his crew ultimately made it to the elusive final island of the Grand Line. There, not only did they learn about the truth of the Void Century, the ancient weapons, and the will of D, they also stumbled upon Joy Boy's treasure. Roger and his crewmates reacted to this discovery with a burst of laughter. Roger professed his curiosity about Joy Boy, considering the circumstances behind this past figure as funny. Inspired by Joy Boy's story, Roger bestowed the final island with the name of Laugh Tale. 7. Kaido. He is the first person to mention Joy Boy without having read the poneglyphs. Throughout his bout with Luffy, the manga kept implying that Kaido knew far more about the secrets of this world than he ever let on, especially when it concerned Joy Boy. He'd even go so far as to state other characters couldn't be Joy Boy either, it seems, implying that while he doesn't know his exact identity, he'd still recognize Joy Boy when he fulfills some requirement. But even so, there seems to be a connection between the two that goes way deeper than his fight with Luffy. King's flashbacks with Kaido imply that since the two met, Kaido had been somewhat aware of the existence of Joy Boy, having learned of him from King. It seems both of them believed Kaido to actually be the reincarnation of the legendary figure, with Kaido claiming that he is the man who will change the world, much like Joy Boy tried to 800 years prior. This could explain why he was so keen on arriving at Wano, as Joy Boy was prophesied to return there. While it was only confirmed recently that Luffy was the true new Joy Boy, looking back on the story it becomes clear that Kaido probably realized it wasn't him many years before the Straw Hats ever arrived at Wano. 6. Whitebeard. Not long before his death, Roger met with Whitebeard on an island to have what seemed to be an entirely cordial drinking session, with Roger even offering to give the location of Laugh Tale to Whitebeard, and when Whitebeard asked Roger about the will of D, Roger willingly told him about it. Moments before his death, Whitebeard mentions the world turning upside down because of the revelation that finding the One Piece will bring, implying that he, indeed, knows about the Void Century and the D. 5. Shanks. Shanks is the youngest of the Yonko and his crew is the most well-balanced and impenetrable crew among the 4 Yonko crews. Shanks is currently the most capable person who could find the One Piece. He's a former member of the Roger Pirates and knows the truths about the Void Century, the meaning of D, and the ancient weapons, although he has not been at Laugh Tale. 4. Rocks D. Zebek. He was the captain of the Rocks Pirates, the legendary crew that ruled the seas before the rise of Gall D. Roger and his crew. Zebek was considered to be the most formidable rival of the Pirate King, Gall D. Roger, even more so than his then subordinate Whitebeard would come to be. He was so fearsome, it took both Roger and Monkey D. Garp working together to finally defeat him. Rock's defeat was also what caused Garp to become a legend and to be known as the hero of the Marines, showing how much of a threat the world government considered Rocks to be. Aside from raw strength, Rocks seemed to be a very intelligent and knowledgeable man, as he was, in studying many subjects that were considered taboo, able to unravel many of the world government's secrets, which led the government to decide to erase his name from history. 3. Gorosei. The 5 Elders are a group of the highest-ranking celestial dragons that make up the head of state for the world government. They essentially hold the greatest authority over the entirety of the world, the only exception being the mysterious sovereign I Am whom they answer to. Their influence over the world government and its military is paramount and limitless, including command over the Marines, Cypher Pole, and even the 7 warlords of the sea prior to their abolishment, making them one of the main antagonistic groups of the series. So far, none of their names have been revealed and it is unknown how they became the leaders of the world government or how long they have been ruling it. Since they're the uppermost power in the government, they certainly know of the war that took place 900 years ago in the world of One Piece. They've tried to bury the truth about the history time and again, implying that they're trying there to hide the atrocities they might have committed. During the destruction of Ohara, the Gorosei ordered the execution of Professor Clover since he knew too much. 2. I Am Sama. I Am is an individual bearing the highest sovereignty within the world government, whom even the 5 elders bow down to, and the current holder of the empty throne. However, Im's existence is kept a secret within the government and to rest of the world. Undoubtedly, I Am knows the true history. 1. Joy Boy. Joy Boy was an extremely relevant figure in the Void Century who played an important role in the history of Fish Man Island and left behind a certain item of unimaginable value on the last island of the Grand Line. He was first mentioned on the Ryugu Poneglyph read by Nico Robin while at the Sea Forest. Based on the historical recordings of this Joy Boy left on the poneglyphs, it was believed that Joy Boy would return around 800 years after the Void Century. After Monkey D. Luffy awakened his devil fruit, the Hito Hito no Mi model, Nika, and his heartbeat took on the sound of the drums of liberation, Zunisha stated that Joy Boy had returned.